Did you guys have you guys seen at all this thing Sam Hyde is doing?
Yes.
This
a little
fish tank.live. So Slush, are you familiar with this? So you know who Sam Hyde is, obviously. And do you? Yeah, no, he's a that's surprising. He's like an internet kind of like a Wings of Redemption style character where you kind of know of him even if you don't know him.
Show him the picture of the school
nice.
shooter picture.
Yeah, he's a comedian who made like a funny show with some other guys, $1 Million Extreme, and now he's doing like an online reality show thing called Fish Tank at fishtank.live is the site. And you have to go and like make a little account, and it is a like panel, like a heads up display where you can click like bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bedroom 3, bedroom 4, upstairs hallway, downstairs hallway, kitchen, living room, garage, bed, like everywhere except for the bathrooms in the house. And
that's Sam Hyde.
It is so like it's hard to watch sometimes because it's so fucking uncomfortable, because what you're used to with reality shows is 100% scripted, and because all of them are scripted, and there's reasons that like they'll be like, did you know that Steve from Big Brother used to do Doritos commercials before that? It's like, yeah, they hire actors who can like do that kind of thing. Sam very clearly got a bunch of unhinged people together. And from what I can tell, there's like one guy named Vance who's like a very normal guy. And he's like in this house with a bunch of other strange individuals. And it is... I can't, and there's text to speech in every room from Sam Hyde's fans. And so you can just be sitting in bedroom 1 trying to sleep. You're on camera, and people can pay to have shit spoken out loud to you. And this is on his website, fishtank.live. This isn't on YouTube or something. So like
tens of thousands of
a lot more
watching.
Goes. Yeah, there were 50, 70, a shit ton of people watching this. And
can I say one of the things that and you texted me this. This was the one that I thought was pretty wild. I saw the one instance where he was burning their food, like they had pizza and he was just burning it on the eye, not only to ruin the food, but to make a smelly mess of smoke. But then he had 2 bags of rice. I believe one was basmati rice and the other was jasmine rice. Very similar long grain rices. One's a bit more brownish toasted than the other, though. Slightly. One's taupe, one is mauve. You know what I mean? And he dumps them out on the floor and tells them to separate them. One girl got to over 1,300 grains of rice before it was time to stop. And I don't think there was any reward at all. I don't think there was a point.
What the reward was, he was like, so what he did, he had these bags with half basmati rice and half jasmine rice in it. And Fish Tank Live banned by Google. Well, let's see. Hopefully that's not the case. No, it shouldn't be banned. I don't know what's been going Google for the past few hours on that stream, but I looked at it.
I noticed the site's down.
Oh, damn. Like that's ridiculous. Hopefully they get it back up, but it is so fucking surreal because like there's one dude on there who has a really bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I was explaining to you the rice thing he did. He took half jasmine, half basmati in a bag, and then just dumped them around and told them first person to count all the jasmine grains, not the basmati grains, wins $1,000, and second prize gets barbecue wings tomorrow. And they spent a long time counting, I guess, and then at the end at 4 a.m, he's like, "You all have essays due in the morning to present," and I guess someone on the Lispy guy won the challenge or whatever, or second place the wings, but he apparently spread some information that was not privy to the other contestants. And so the next morning, Sam comes in and is like, "John, you won second place. Look at these wings. Look at these wings. They're delicious barbecue wings. But guess what? You're a fucking snitch. You don't get any wings." And then to everyone else, he's like opening the other wing box. He's like, "Who wants wings?" And there's like 5 seconds of baffled silence of people like not understanding what he's doing. He will randomly barge in and sneak upstairs and like fuck with their stuff and mess with them. The one guy with the list,
ruining
he's just messing with people. Like I get I'm like getting agita, like stress watching it because I'm imagining myself in that house with those people with Sam Hyde's audience text to speeching me for 6 weeks. I would rather be lost at sea. I would rather be in a Saw, like a realistic Saw situation. I'd like to play a game with that little puppet before I would rather go into this house because as soon as last night, I guess the text to speech thing wasn't working. And I just so happened to pop in last night late, like midnight, to see what was going on. And I guess that's when text to speech started working. The most ruthless, brutal, mean-spirited text to speeches I have ever heard. Like, they are just bullying the shit out of this dude with like a severe speech impediment, making like just, and knowing Sam, at least one of these people is a plant. Like someone has to be in there to like make sure that it doesn't become boring. And maybe I'm like sleuthing where there's nothing to sleuth. But like, you know, when you like hear an adult who has a speech impediment, like if they were to say the word error, like it would be very different than a 4-year-old with a speech impediment. It'd be like error, like it would be like a little off as an adult. Like they would have worked through it. This guy, when he says ewo, like it is literally 4-year-old level of that. And so it's like, it's almost, I feel like I'm being mean, but I'm also like, I think he's laying it on too thick. Am I looking into something that's not there? I don't know. But it's like if I could see that
like in 2005 or something, like around in the early 2000s, they had no, not Big Brother. They had a house where everyone in it was an actor, and then there was one dude. It was called the Joe Schmo Show, and one dude was a real guy, and so they put him into this house, and it was like a Big Brother style house, except everyone except for this one dude was an actor. And so they were just like, I think they set out with the intention of just like making a fuckwit out of this guy. And then like as the seasons went on, it's sort of like the audience just like grew to love him. He was just like the most genuine gunt on the planet, and he was just like super nice. And then it was just like everyone just ended up loving this dude. So they were like, oh fuck, we can't like fuck with this dude anymore, so we're gonna start being nice to him. But like they started out just doing like fuck shit to him, and then they sort of like turned it, and they were like, yeah, no, he's a hero. Like it was weird as. Yeah.
Well, is Daniel the one you think is the plant?
No, I think it's I don't know the plant. The John is the one with the speech impediment that I feel like is Daniel. I don't know. I guess I haven't watched as much as a lot of people. I've been popping in and out, like or seeing highlights on YouTube to see what's going on. I did see like so many of these people in that house are just fucking bizarre. Like that, I did see that Daniel guy, the clip on YouTube where he just was walking upstairs and he's like, "I'm gonna pull a prank. I'm gonna shit and not flush." And it was like, oh, that is a pretty good prank, I guess. Pretty gross. Actually, no, that's not a prank. That's disgusting. Really like, what are you doing? Like, that's okay. Like, maybe that's just your sense of humor. But it's one of those things that like I popped in last night at like midnight and listened to probably 25 minutes of the most ruthless super chat like I've ever heard, like coming through the speaker, and just like watching some of these people like become dejected, just getting insulted by it. Like I had to like. I'd close it because I'd be like, oh, I would see like because you see what's written that's going to be said over the speaker probably 10 seconds before it actually said over the speaker. And it would like, I'd see something like so ruthless about the speech impediment guy that I'd be like, I gotta leave this for a second and then come back a little later and see what's going on. Cause it is like, I literally thought like, really if I saw that like speech impediment guy walking towards that house, if I was in the neighborhood and I knew what was to come, I'd be like, yeah, buddy, like just so you like just so you know, like were you told like what's gonna happen to you in there? Like text to speech can be obnoxious in a 4-hour stream. 6 weeks of it would be enraging. Like,
how deep I couldn't deal with that at all. Like if I've had some like pretty insane text to speech stuff on stream before. Like I actually got banned from Twitch because someone was just like spamming the most fuck shit. And I was like, fuck this guy. So I opened up my PayPal and I got his fucking shipping address from my PayPal, which is his home address. And I just fucking put it in my Twitch chat because I was like, fuck this. Like, he's been like super racist and shit. And I'm just like, fuck this dickhead. And so I put his name and address on out in the ether. And then I got banned from Twitch for a week. I'm like,
for only a week for doxing him?
Yeah, I'm like, fuck you, man. No, he fucking deserved it. Fuck him. But I was like,
don't fuck with my boy Slush. He'll dox you.
Yeah.
He'll celebrate. He'll just relax for a week. Mission accomplished. Yeah.
I didn't give a shit. I came back. I had more viewers than ever. Everyone was like, "Yay, that was cool." And I'm like, I didn't come back and shit. Yeah.
That was cool.
I fucking dressed up as Jesus. I was like the resurrection of Slush.
Nice. I like that.
Is that the longest?
I compared myself to Jesus.
You should.
Yeah,
You're a carpenter. He's a carpenter. You're bearded. He's bearded. Was bearded.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Well, not R.I.P. Actually, that's a huge part of the story. Definitely no R.I.P. for Jesus.
Yeah,
it's integral.
I couldn't deal with that. Like, not in the house. Like, just constantly. That'd be fucked.
Kyle,
how many people are in the house?
Risen in peace.
Eight people are in the house.
8 people,
and it is. I can't like. It's so surreal. Like it is a total answer. Like, you know how you'll hear people be like, why don't they just use real people in reality shows? Like, this is why. Like, shows would not work unless you got like contractual like commercial actors and shit, or people at least familiar
be back
to do
Monday.
it. Like